The 1972 D quarter dollar coin from the United States of America is more than just a piece of everyday currency. It is a quiet witness to American history, culture, and craftsmanship. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin carries the D Mint mark, a small letter with big meaning for collectors and historians alike. The year 1972 was a time of change and challenge in the United States, and the quarter dollar from this era reflects both the continuity of tradition and the evolution of American coinage. At the center of the coin's identity is the familiar portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. His image on the quarter dollar dates back to 1932, when the design was first introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of his birth. By 1972, Washington's face had already been part of American daily life for 40 years, making the quarter one of the most recognized coins in the country. The portrait symbolizes leadership, unity, and the founding ideals of the nation, reminding every person who used the coin of the values on which the United States was built. The obverse side of the 1972 D quarter features Washington facing left, with the word liberty boldly displayed above his head. To the left of his portrait appears the phrase "In God We Trust," a motto that reflects the nation's spiritual and cultural heritage. Below his chin is the date 1972, marking the year of minting. The small D Mint mark sits near the date, identifying the coin as a product of the Denver Mint. This simple letter connects the coin to a specific place and history, giving it a unique identity among millions of other quarters produced across the country.
The reverse side of the coin presents the majestic eagle, a powerful symbol of American strength and freedom.
The eagle is shown with outstretched wings, holding a bundle of arrows in its talons, representing the nation's readiness to defend itself, while olive branches symbolize peace. Above the eagle is the inscription E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, a phrase that perfectly captures the idea of unity in diversity that defines the United States. Surrounding the design are the words United States of America and quarter dollar, clearly stating the coin's origin and value. The 1972 D quarter was struck by the United States Mint at the Denver Mint, one of the country's most important minting facilities. The Denver Mint has a long history of producing coins for circulation, and in 1972 it played a major role in meeting the nation's demand for everyday currency. Millions of quarters were minted that year to support commerce, trade, and daily transactions across the country. These coins traveled through countless hands, from grocery stores and gas stations to schools and small businesses, becoming part of the everyday rhythm of American life. By 1972, American coinage had already undergone a major transformation. Just a few years earlier, in 1965, the U.S. government removed silver from circulating quarters due to rising silver prices and economic pressures. As a result, the 1972 D quarter is made from a copper-nickel clad composition, with a pure copper core sandwiched between layers of copper-nickel alloy. This change marked a new era in U.S. coinage, focusing more on practicality and mass production rather than precious metal content. While earlier silver quarters are prized for their intrinsic value, clad quarters like the 1972 D represent the modern age of American currency. The year 1972 itself was significant in American history. It was a time shaped by the Vietnam War, social change, and political tension. The United States was navigating complex global and domestic challenges, yet everyday life continued. People still worked, shopped, traveled, and lived their daily routines, using coins like the 1972 D quarter in their pockets and purses. In this way, the coin becomes a small but powerful historical artifact, connecting personal daily experiences with the broader story of the nation. For collectors, the 1972 D quarter may not be rare, but it is meaningful. Its value is not found in precious metal or extreme scarcity, but in its condition, history, and symbolism. Uncirculated examples, especially those in mint state condition, are appreciated for their sharp details and original luster. Coins with strong strikes, clean surfaces, and minimal marks are especially desirable to collectors who value quality and preservation. Error coins, such as those with misalignments or striking flaws, can also attract attention and higher interest in the collector market. Beyond collecting, the 1972 D quarter holds cultural importance. It represents a time when American coinage was stable, familiar, and deeply rooted in tradition. The design had remained largely unchanged for decades, creating a sense of continuity across generations. Parents, children, and grandparents all recognized the same Washington portrait and eagle design, making the quarter a shared symbol across age groups and social backgrounds. The beauty of the 1972 D quarter lies in its simplicity. It was not created as a commemorative or special edition coin. It was made to serve, to circulate, and to function in everyday life. Yet today, decades later, it carries a story far greater than its face value.
It tells a story of American identity, economic change, industrial craftsmanship, and national tradition.
In the end, the 1972 D-quarter dollar is a reminder that history is not only found in monuments and museums, but also in ordinary objects. A small coin, used for buying bread, paying bus fares, or making phone calls, becomes a historical document of its time. It reflects the spirit of the nation, the legacy of its founders, and the evolution of its economy. For collectors, historians, and everyday people alike, the 1972 D-quarter is not just currency. It is a piece of America's living story, preserved in metal good by guys.